All right, so finally got myself out of the direct sunlight, and yeah, I just wanted to get to where I wasn't fumbling around an umbrella and creating a lot of the issues I was having yesterday when I tried to stream this. We're going to talk about the same thing as yesterday. For those of you who might have been here, I ended up deleting that stream. You guys, I don't like to delete stuff. I like to be pretty transparent and keep things for the record and stuff that people can go back and look at. Like if it's imperfect, it's part of the art. It's part of a timeline, usually. But one of the freedoms I've allowed myself lately is to just delete things. Like I deleted my Twitter recently. Just give myself the freedom. I don't have to hang on to old things. Let's fucking go, Castle. Good to see you back. All right. So anyways, okay. So for one, Ducks and Chill is back. Here we are. Okay. Let's say hi to our friends first and foremost. Okay. And we'll get on to the self-help stuff. But I want to show you guys what this is about. This is about us having fun. And we got these cute little duckies, and they're so chill. Look at this, and I got a new selfie stick, which that was part of the issue yesterday. So we're gonna leave them alone because I think she's gonna have some babies. So they're gonna leave her alone. I just need to get in the shade because it was super bright and hot and not good. But yeah, so Ducks and Chill is back, and also we have some other things to address because I deleted the stream yesterday because I just found it unwatchable. It was super windy. I was so uncomfortable the whole time. Couldn't concentrate. I was trying to do it off the top of my head, which has worked for the last stream that I did on a similar topic. But I think to dig a little deeper, I needed to write some notes. I needed to do some thinking, and I think I'm a little more ready for today. But start off the stream, and this is what I wanted to do today. At least start off focusing more on let's feed some of these ducks. Let's start off. Okay, so we did stream yesterday. It's kind of on the topic of moving on. Hey, we got some people here. That's awesome. Welcome to the stream. My name is Laura. Some of you might know me as CDG. Call me D-Girl, Kasai for Fire. There's a Slappy Cat. Sally is another one. I have a lot of aliases. But I'm the one who does Ducks and Chill, and I'm just kind of a chill trans activist. I don't know. I think I'm pretty much also I'm just pro people being free. I'm pro liberty and stuff, and also I just think I fucking hate corporations, and I hate people telling me what to do. Oh yeah, so I was gonna get out of here, and here I am just bugging this couple over here. Okay, but I need to feed some ducks, so we're gonna go over that. Kind of protecting yourselves from toxic relationships and stuff. It's a topic I kind of like to touch into lately. But also, we're gonna feed some ducks. So, moving on, this is a topic that we're redoing from yesterday because basically I think it's something really worth expanding on because I think it's just you get really attached online. And I think there's some degree of, even with a good friendship or something online thing is kind of an online, it's kind of long distance, almost like a pen pal. And I think there's a miscommunication and also different variations of what people come to people on the internet for. And so I think kind of setting some boundaries for yourself, limiting yourself a little bit, putting others at kind of an arm's length while you focus on yourself sometimes is a really good thing you can do. So we're gonna talk about that a little more. But first, film some duckies, right? So there's sleepyheads over here. See, the thing is, once I start feeding them, they're gonna wake up. I wanna find the place where the duckies are a little more active because I'll feel bad. They just look so peaceful and sleepy. Oh my god. They're just chilling, these tired duckies today. They are just tired ducks today. welcome to the program. So yeah, this is Ducks and Chill. My name is Laura Hobbs. There's not a lot of ducks over here yet. I wonder why. It's usually like way more ducks by now in the year. I am gonna find them, and they are going to. Well, they're gonna have a feast. These ones, because there's not a lot. So as soon as I find all the duckies, like they're gonna have a feast. Okay, this is getting really bright out here. I'm gonna get my umbrella out. See, I don't. This is what I'm talking about. I don't have to fumble shit around. Like yesterday was a damn nightmare, fumbling shit around. But yeah, I'm glad got a lot of people here today. I'm glad y'all could join me. Thank you. We are trying to find some ducks to feed, which I think they're probably. I'm probably on the right track. Another thing that's nice about this setting, rather than when we were doing the stream yesterday, is that like when I'm walking by the road, it's so fucking noisy and there's no peace, there's no chill, right? But out here, streaming out here is nice and quiet. All the ducks. There's like no ducks. Did y'all ever have this issue where you go to feed ducks and you can't find any ducks? What the fuck are ducks? There's another duck pond. Maybe I should have gone to that one. There's no ducks here. Not this part. I'm gonna have to go to another part of the park. I wonder if that's why there's no ducks here. This side is also pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the other side. So I guess, yeah. People are fishing over here. Whoa. Okay. That was a big fish. I want to go fishing. That sounds so fun. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope y'all are having a lovely day. I'm doing quite alright. I guess it's probably for the better that there's not a lot of ducks over here, because it's pretty close over here on the side. I think over on the other side there's more. There'll definitely be more ducks. But yeah, so yeah, thank you anybody who showed up. I appreciate it. I am just gonna try to feed some ducks before we start going on with the lecture material and the self-help stuff. Unless anyone wants to get the conversation started, that's always welcome too. But otherwise, I'm just gonna wait a little bit while I try to get to the spot. Okay, here we go. I'm starting to see duckies again. They have just migrated to another part of the pond. The other side of the pond. And yeah. There we go. There we go. That's probably a better angle. Yeah. Hey, now you get a wide view here. And now I have a spot where I have a few ducks. Hold on. There has to be more ducks in this. Okay, here we go. All right, welcome to Ducks and Chill 2024. We are back. I expected there to be a little more ducks here today, but what can you do? What can you do, hold on. But I have all of these difficulties with the camera and all that shit worked out. And we are gonna feed some ducks regardless of the lack of ducks that there are here. And it's gonna be a good time. All right, so my treat to y'all when I feed these ducks. Okay? So here, let's see here. All right. So this is what we do at Ducks and Chill, is I feed the ducks some peas because they fucking love motherfucking peas. There's not a lot of ducks, so hopefully I don't just I don't know. Hopefully I'm not disturbing the view that are here. But I'll just give it a shot. Let's see what they do. Maybe they'll like it. I think they get it. Yeah, it's not really that deep. There you go. It's kind of nice that I'm not getting attacked by a million ducks. Ducks and Chill is back, y'all. That one back there is, kind of not quite ready to trust me yet, so. Ducks love peas, yo. They go nuts for some peas, dog. They love it. We are so back. Fuck yeah, girl. We're so back. So, yeah. So, Ducks and Chill is back. We are so back. Let's find some more ducks. I'm gonna feed some more ducks, okay? Well, we'll start the content here. The bulk of the content here is gonna be this. Also, we're gonna integrate this wellness conversation, but I kind of I just wanted to make it positive. So I figured that was the other thing about yesterday that was missing, was I don't want you guys to come on here, and if I'm doing mental health stuff, you come on here and you just hear me fucking whining. Okay, that would be really annoying. I want to actually that one workshop stream that we did recently, I want it to be productive like that. I want to keep that. So I feel instead of me coming on here whining and bitching about my problems, it's something, to be critical of myself. I feel I kind of do that sometimes. It's, to be fair, it's social media. People come on here, bitch about their problems or whatever. It's cool. Not beat myself up, but I want to provide better quality entertainment to y'all. So I figure that mental wellness kind of conversations and stuff should be empowering. It shouldn't be draining. It shouldn't be exhausting. If it starts to feel like that, I feel I need to do better on this topic. So I'm gonna try to keep it fun. You know, that's why, brother, that's, you know, something to say about you is like, that's why I appreciate you girls. Like, you always make it fun. Like, y'all, if y'all know Castle Brava, she's fucking cool as fuck. So anyways, while I'm walking over here trying to find some more ducks to feed, because there's just so few. Maybe if I start feeding the ducks here, because I like this park, they'll come back here. They'll come back. Or probably not. So we had talk about moving on from people. So I think something I want to kind of clarify starting off with, basically this conversation about moving on from groups of people, friends, echo chambers, various like circles that you might be in, moving on from like scenes that you were a part of in the past. Moving on is really important and crucial in an age where, you know, people use association with others for like a very shallow source of dopamine, and that can really hurt, you know, when your expectations don't match up with somebody else, basically what they are getting out of this, right? Basically social media in this day and age, like you're encouraged to see people as more of like a source than like a friend or whatever, and it's probably healthier even to realistically accept that that's part of the nature of social media, that, you know, it's not, you're not going to be friends with everybody, you're not going to keep everybody you meet and seems cool in your pocket. Like, this is not realistic. And furthermore, if that's like what you're relying on for your any kind of validation or self-worth, like, you're gonna find yourself really unhappy, because it's very like shallow source. So like something I've been saying is you have to keep people kind of at an arm's length for your own benefit, for your own protection, for your own security, your own sense of sanity. Because if you don't, you open yourself too much, like that can really backfire on you. So again, this is Ducks and Chill, but turns out I get to the park, there's like literally seen like 5 ducks, which is really weird. I'm like kind of blown away. There's so few ducks here, but I'm gonna just go around until I find some ducks. But we're also talking about the mental health talk that we had yesterday. We're going back over it because it was a mess, girl. Like I couldn't even rewatch it. The camera angle was terrible. Like, I hate this camera angle. Okay, like I hate that camera angle, but when you don't have a selfie stick, like, and you're walking around like this, like at least a selfie stick, like that's kind of the best you got. So this like cool angular view where you can see the scenery and all this shit, like, you know, that's why Satan made us selfie sticks, so we can see. But I am not seeing a lot of ducks, so it might be a minute before I find some more ducks. So let's get started here. So one thing I want to clarify, and this kind of goes like a both ways thing. This is something that like I want people to respect for me, and I want people to understand that like I respect this for them too. Like, no doubts about this. Like, this is kind of like an indistinguished rule, is that you don't have like the right. Okay, so sorry, I'm trying to keep it positive and more empowering. So you should know, I should advise to everybody that you have the right to deny people access to you. This can be like the most empowering, even vindicating thing. And people will be offended, and that's fine. Like, people can stay mad, they can be offended, okay? So people don't have some like entitlement to having access to you, and you have every right to just put up a boundary and put up and demand some space, and people will get mad about it probably, and that's how you know who does and does not respect you. And you should not have to tolerate it. People not respecting that boundary. Like, you should be able to put up boundaries. So that is just kind of the disclaimer in all of this. And so something I've been talking about with my friends is like a couple of my friends is dealing with, you know, in the past, toxic relationships, environments that have been toxic. So, I mean, there can be people who are toxic to you. It could be the people are fine. It's just the environment was very toxic, right? The important thing is that, like, you have to learn to forgive and forget and move on. And I think, and this goes to everyone. Everyone's going to find themselves in this position where it's like, God, you like miss somebody. It's like obsessing over that thing you can't have that everybody does on the internet so much. Wish you could have back, like, that's something that gives you peace, or like somebody or something. And you might get some amalgamation of it at some point, but like, you have to accept parting with certain things at a point. And you have to, like, sometimes it's hurtful because you feel like there's some unfinished side to it, some unfinished business, right? And it's hard, but the only thing you can do is move on. As hard as that can fucking be sometimes, like, that can be really, really hard to do. But it's the only way. So I think sometimes, like, when you find yourself stuck, or really upset or obsessed over something, sometimes it's good just to kind of step back and put it down and just move on. You don't have to make everyone happy. In fact, like, you know, you're gonna piss people off if you're doing what's right for yourself. Like, because people are selfish and they're entitled, and they feel entitled to, like, you sacrificing your well-being for them. And this is the way people are. If you're public, if people know who you are and people know about your life and you let people into your business, like, that's how they're gonna be. So the only thing you can do is accept that, you know, people kind of are shit sometimes, and good people come and go as well, and you have to move on sometimes. You just have to do it. Like, you can try to hold on to people if you can, that's good. Like, I absolutely applaud that, but I find that myself, you know, I think that true happiness comes from within. And, you know, as much as I consider myself a very social person, I won't rely on others for my own happiness, and I'm very much want to encourage people to not rely on others. But I do wish there was more ducks here. I'm gonna complain about that. Because I just have all these peas now. I don't, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with all these? Am I gonna eat these? But, so, yeah, so people, so I think, like, we all kind of get to a point where it's like you want to beg or plead with people in the past. You want to fall back into things that just aren't going to be comfortable. They're not going to work because it'd be easier. Maybe miss people. But, like, you know what's better for you. And you might have to tell people no, right? Like, that you're done with them. Or you might have to tell, like, a friend who's trying to fill you in on the tea. You might have to tell them that, like, you're good, you don't want to know. You might have to just refuse information. And, like, your friends and that person or those people will have to respect your will and stop keeping tabs on you. If they respect you, if they're not, like, stalking you and treating you like some kind of source of entertainment, you know, at your expense, like, if they're actually your friends, they're going to respect you. or just if they see you with some humanity. Like, people are gonna leave you alone, let you do your own introspective thing, and they need to do that. So that's kind of like why I start with that fundamental thing, is because that's the tool, that self-isolation, that ironically it's like you're gonna find that in toxic relations, like, somebody might want you out of the way. That might be why they're treating you like shit. They either want you to succumb to their will, or they want you out of the way. I think that if you you respect yourself, you're gonna take the path where you end up being pushed away, rather than you're, bending your will. But obviously, a lot of times we get tricked into narcissistic relationships, and or we don't realize it till it's too late, right? So that's why it's good to, set that expectation, set that boundary, that people have to respect when you say enough is enough, and that you want to be left alone. Where the fuck are all the dogs, man? That is really driving me nuts. I have not seen any ducks here. Like, really weird. Some ducks is chill, y'all. Well, at least we got chill a little bit, but fucking weird that there is no ducks. Okay, so yeah, people in your past will need to they need to respect your will. So, like, for them to remain people in your past, and they need to, and people around you need to respect no, and let you forget about things. Like, you don't need to see screenshots of people talking shit on you. You don't need to see, you don't need to hear how the person who broke your heart is doing. Like, quite frankly, I hope that they're doing well. A couple of the people who really broke my heart, hope they're doing great, but I don't need to hear about them. I don't need an update on them. I'm not keeping tabs on them. And I hope they aren't keeping tabs on me, because that would be really weird. But, and I'm sure some people are, but that's why it's good, moving forward, I'm going to surround myself with people who will respect my boundaries and not objectify me, not, and that's my point, is like that people should, I'm going to get to here in a minute, is that people should, like, affirm you to some degree, right? They don't have to hug box you, they don't have to love bomb you. You don't want them to love bomb you, and they don't have to hug box you, but like, they should encourage you. You should feel encouraged by them, even when they're being critical. And, like, there's pretty obvious differences. So maybe I can find some ducks over here. I find some ducks, man. You know what? I see what's going on here. I freaking see it. Hold on. But they're sleeping over there on a little duck island. Maybe I was so confused why there was, like, no ducks. So, like, there's, like, four ducks over there. The fuck? Okay. There is not a lot of ducks. And I don't know why. What's up, Catherine? How you doing? We are gonna feed some ducks hopefully here in a little bit. Okay, I thought maybe I would find more ducks on the other side of the lake, and there's just not. So we are back over here where I know there's some ducks. Oh, it's beautiful, right? Are geese allowed? Yeah. Yeah, geese are welcome to chill if they can chill. They can be kind of cranky sometimes though. I met some cranky geese. Okay, here we go. I think this is probably like where the most ducks are gonna be. It's gonna be right here. This is gonna work out for us, y'all. Honkers are permitted, yeah, for sure, definitely. How ducks? Let's see. Yeah, see, I can hear. All right, here we go. Is this a good view? How's the view, y'all? Oh yeah, this is not a good view. This is like... There we go. There we go. Where y'all going? Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Alright, they're coming now. Y'all came, y'all made it, finally y'all made it. Where the hell y'all at? Look at the stars of the show over here. Finally decided to join us. Stars of the show, yeah, here you're asking me if geese are allowed. Here you go. That's one of them for sure. And yeah, so stars of the show decided to show up for us. Don't run. Don't be afraid. Oh. I kind of scared the Becky a little bit. This big boy over here. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my god, I dropped my shit. Hi, Phyllis. What's up, baby? Oh, here we go. More duckies. Hey, Tyler. How you doing, buddy? I'm redoing the stream from yesterday because I just felt like it was kind of an unwatchable mess when I was rewatching it yesterday. Having fun with the cute birds, of course, baby. This is a very relaxing stream. I'm actually enjoying this one quite a bit. Oh, there's a baby. Oh. Oh my god, so cute. Ducks are better than people. Yeah, for real. That's the thing is like yesterday I was in the middle of like all this traffic and shit. Like there's so many people yesterday and I was going crazy. Driving by me all fast. There's like people driving up to me like asking me if I want to ride. Now here, get some like peace of mind. Oh, here's all the birds. I'm gonna feed. Back. So much there we go. Oops. Yes, it's okay. How's the view? Oh, 2-6 right now the chat, but I love it. Oh, thanks, Alexandria. That was nice of you to say. Oh, look at those ducks. I know they're so cute, right? They're really nice. Mm. right. Okay. Where the fuck? Where was I? Now I am kind of juggling shit again. Like I was complaining about. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna sit down for the rest of this. Ducks are good content. Oh, here they are. They want more. Let them quacking for more. I don't know. I guess some of the ducks decided to come out late or something. I don't know what the deal is with these duckies. Trying to not spill these peas all over, but the bag ripped in like the worst location possible. Causing me to have to juggle things again. I found more ducks. There's like a couple of stray ducks over here. I wonder if they're following me because they want peas. It sure looks like it. Hey, little lost duckies. What do you want? Y'all are super lost, bro. Just being honest with you. That one? Yeah, you want some grub, buddy? Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Give a duck some peas and they'll love you forever. second mama duck I'm seeing over there. And that is making me consider, maybe that's why I'm not seeing a lot of ducks. It's that I don't know if y'all can see. There seems to be like a how long is it going to do this? Mass dispersing is happening. So that, my lovelies, is why I think there's not a lot of ducks right now. Where's the animal comes? Oh shit. Let's see. There you go. All right. Oh. I love it. Grub out. And so y'all know, like, peas is better to give them than bread. Bread is not good for their digestion. We got this daddy duck over here that was protecting the mommy. Definitely wants some of the peas. Come, here he comes. Where did he go? Oh, there's the mommy. Oh, she looks freaking preggers. She's about to drop some eggs. Look at her. That's beautiful. Oh my god. How lovely is that? Yo, this is so precious, you guys. Right here at the duck pond, you're seeing nature. This is beautiful. He's like guarding her. So cool. Okay. They're like moving on already. That's fine. No, it's painting. Before I run out of peas, I'm gonna see if I can find. Oh, there's like a family of ducks coming over here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get them somewhere where they won't have to compete. Okay, never mind. Looks like they are turning around. Going back where they came from. Yeah, a white duck is very greedy. Goblin duck over here. Here, you know what? I'm just gonna spoil the greedy duck. Fuck it. You know what, greedy duck, you were. You knew what you wanted. You came for it. You got it. Look at her go. Alright, so I think that kind of concludes the ducks and chill part segment anyways of the stream, and now we're gonna go on to mental health. I'm just gonna find a place to sit down that's kind of private and quiet so I can think without people staring. I hope you guys enjoyed the ducks. Yeah, I definitely enjoy doing a ducks and chill on this stream. It's definitely like probably my favorite thing to do. It's the most carefree, it's the easiest, it's the chillest, and you know, it's sensory. It's good sensory stimulus for people, especially like autistic people and other neurodivergent people who might come to this channel. And I get it. We live in a scary world. Sometimes I just need some chill, like sensory, environmental kind of stuff. Like my girlfriend listens to ASMR at night and used to not really understand it. Now I kind of get it. You know, doing this stuff. Really get it now. Still too much sunlight here. Too much sunlight. If I get away from some of the sunlight, it would be perfect. I think if I get over here. But I hope y'all like the new format too, by the way. Kind of like a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new. You know, I'm not limiting topics so much, but I'm trying to focus on the things that bring positivity and growth rather than sitting here and, you know, obsessing over the negative things we can't change, wanting things that we can't have. but instead finding solutions, like ways we can actually enjoy our life and just live happier lives. And this is stuff that people can apply from all different walks of life. So, you know, wherever you come from, I want my channel to be very welcoming to people. You don't have to necessarily be trans to watch my content and enjoy it. And, you know, but I embrace trans people from many different walks of life. And very inclusive person, pretty immune to a lot of the propaganda that tries to tear us apart. As hard as it is, you know, to keep people together because of people being so one-sided about shit, and they surprise me sometimes. Yeah, there's so many people here today. There's a lot of fishing. Oh, you know what? Go over here. Go over here and see what's over here. Normally I like to pack a bowl of the greens and make most of my streams like a 420 stream, but kind of blew that off today because I feel like the topic is too important. Ducks and Chill, you know, is a good kind of relaxation, kind of icebreaker, whatnot. But we're about to get into the meat and potatoes right here. I find somewhere it's kind of secluded. I could sit down or just like lean back against something, put this down. And I just want to have like some quiet and somewhere I can just speak loudly. I don't want to, it's so quiet and peaceful over there. If y'all don't notice, I'm being a little louder now. I have a tendency to be like really high volume and energy and stuff. And it's just very peaceful and quiet back there. And to be quite honest with you, I have like respect to the other park goers. I just don't want to be popping off and shit right now. It's just so epically nice over there. It's such a beautiful day, you guys. Like, Lilith, you're getting out here with me. Okay? If y'all wonder, I'm with the same girlfriend I've been with for forever. But she don't like to go outside, which is fine. You know, we'll sit at home, play video games, and watch Vine Sauce together or whatever. Or Jabroni Mike or Dead Wing Dork. Or play Fortnite. You know, play whatever games. Okay, so ducks, desert pigs. Oh, I see. yeah, it'd be funny if we seen them. Those are pretty wild, but I don't think we're gonna run out of them in here. I don't go as like off trail as I used to too. I used to be crazy, yo. Like, I can't believe we made it alive. Like, I was so fucking insane when this channel started. Like, Lilith, when you met me, I was insane. What were you thinking? I was throwing my ass out the door. Like, not really kidding either. I probably would not have put up with my shit. Because I was pretty out of control. God. Almost to our destination. Our final destination for the stream. Very beautiful spot. Let me show you. I thought you just love stomping around the desert. I do, but it's just, I feel like over time, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, over time, it's like when I was homeless, the desert would tear my skin up, right? And also, like, as I get older and my skin has gotten a lot softer over the years, And it's just kind of like I get hurt more. I think I might have found the spot. Yeah, these are pretty dope though, these murals. Like the butterfly. Dope, I love art. So this is pretty cool, right? Right. And I think, hopefully I'm not standing in any ants or nothing. I'm definitely not gonna sit over here. If I can. Hold on. Okay, let's see if I can get this to stand up. And let's see, there we go. Okay, I think other than this stick right here being kind of about to poke me in the eye, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get, to be quite honest. And I can actually put this purse down, put these sunglasses down, and yeah, this is actually kind of good, y'all. We finally found somewhere in desert where I can stand and not have to juggle shit around, and I got the stand and everything. We did some ducks and chill. This has been great. This has been a productive day off before I have to go back to work tomorrow. So again, thank you all for coming down to Ducks and Chill. Kind of some technical issues. I probably do need to actually upgrade my equipment, but that's another story. Okay, so we were talking about moving on for like the 50 millionth time, ironically enough, but I think this is an important topic. I see a lot of people repeating the same disappointment day by day, going through the same disappointment with the same people, and I just feel really bad for them because I'm not going to do that to myself anymore. And I highly recommend some of these methods of getting out of that routine, getting out of that slump. So, you know, people in your past are going to have to become a part of your past. Okay, like there's some people who will come along with you for the ride, but you have to let go of some people. You have to tell people no. You have to tell people you need your space sometimes. And these are good things, right? This is a good thing. It's a thing we got to kind of wrap our mind around. It sounds simple, but it's not. But people who are in your past will need to respect, like, you'll either need to respect their will to stay in the past, and you need to learn to accept that, or like they need to learn, or they will need to be okay with no. Like, not even learn, like they need to be okay with you saying no. That's just the expectation that should be out there, is that everybody has the right to their own autonomy. Nobody has the right to access to you. Okay, so if we start with that principle, it solves a lot of confusion about, autonomy and respecting people's boundaries. Okay, so, and then this is where I'm going to kind of speed up things a little bit. And if y'all want to jump in and say anything, feel free. But this is kind of like the meat and potatoes. This is the educational. This is the workshop right here. Okay, so we have to kind of like ignore. One second. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so you have to kind of like protect ourselves though. So like a lot of people, there's gonna be people who aren't gonna respect us. Unfortunately, when you're making friends on the internet, you're gonna run into manipulative people. You're gonna run into a lot of dishonest people, and we gotta protect ourselves. So that's something that you're gonna really need and you're really gonna benefit from in like having a methodology to moving on from people, moving on to better things, and not getting too attached to things online, because this is not that serious. This is not that serious on here. I have to emphasize, the internet is not that serious. It's not even real. It's not like dealing with in real life situations. Can be in some ways, but it's not. I'm gonna let you guys watch the sunset while I say these couple of these last parts too, because this is really pretty. Okay. So, painful part is that, like, it's painful to admit that, like, some people just aren't right for us, right? Or sometimes some settings weren't right for us. It could be like the person was the right person for us, but the setting was not. And that's something that's hard to accept. And that's something that makes it hard sometimes to move on. That we have to kind of like, we have to discern this. So, want to encourage people to be really discerning, and make sure they're not being manipulated, and make sure that they're being mindful, make sure that people are being mindful of their boundaries. First was saying you want to ignore subtle manipulation, but I think you want to avoid being subtly manipulated is a better way to say it. You want to demand a clarity, specification, and a respect from people. And, you know, whether they're going to remain in your life or not, a lot of that depends on if they can respect and be clear, and be specific when speaking to you. Otherwise, it's just time to move on from that person. Really, if people aren't going to be respectful to you, excuse me. If people aren't going to be respectful to you, what's the point? Okay, like, you might have to stop paying attention to someone. You might have to cut people out of your life that you're going to miss because you're not moving on from something, some kind of hang up, some kind of uncertainty from the past unfinished business. And that might be really painful, but it's just, you might need a break from people, places, and things. And that's just something that as an adult and being responsible, even with people in real life, you have to do that. So it should be pretty easy with people online in comparison. And sometimes you need to permanently move on from things and people and places, and that's okay. And it sucks sometimes, but that's part of life, okay? And we all have to respect and allow this for one another and encourage people in healthy ways to move on from things, even if that, toxic thing is ourselves, right? Even if that toxic thing or that toxic person that is ourselves is someone that we don't really identify with anymore, right? We might feel offended even, like, hey, I've gotten better and this person still resents me over shit from the past. That's something that's been a really hard thing for me to accept, is that some people will never forgive me for the past, right? But I have to respect that. I can't correct that. I can't teach. I can't force somebody to listen to me explain things. And nor should I. I should have a higher expectation for myself. And the next part I want to kind of leave an asterisk at the beginning, like, this doesn't mean like hug boxing or in an uncritical way, but we should all surround ourselves with people who affirm and encourage us. We should leave toxic relationships in the past and avoid causing, in doing this, leaving toxic relationships in the past, maybe even with someone who was a narcissist. You don't want to injure, you don't want to offend the narcissist, you don't want to cause like narcissistic injury, you don't want to like call it out, you don't want to call toxic behavior narcissism when it's not. You don't want to attack the person who's necessarily being toxic. You don't want retribution. You don't want revenge. You don't have to correct the record. Okay? You want to forgive the person. You want to acknowledge to yourself, you know, people who have hurt you, people who let you down, people who disappointed you, people you need to move on from. You want to forgive them so you can stop thinking about them, and so that you can move on and go on enjoying your best life. Shay H says, looking absolutely stunning as always. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's kind of getting towards the end here of the stream. About to wrap things up. We've been going a little over an hour, which is good. Good for ducks and chill. Maybe if I start a little earlier, we go a little longer, but I think an hour is good. Ew, what the fuck was that? It's like a bug on my finger of some sort for a second. Well, let's think about that. So, okay, so something I've been thinking about is like having a hard time letting go for me is like I've wanted to be a better person than I was in the past. And it's hard to change people's impression of you, especially when they've cut you off and they cut you out of their life entirely. They want nothing to fucking do with you. And so something that's been hard for me to do is just to come clean, is just accept that and let them just believe what they're going to believe about me and not try to correct the record and not trying to correct things at all. Look at this moon, you guys. This is so pretty. Think I'm attracted to narcs, game over. I mean, they tend to have a lot of an allure. If you're an empathic person, there tends to be just kind of an attraction between narcissists and empaths. Is because narcissists see empaths as like an obvious target. Empaths want to help and get very can be almost like arrogant sometimes about thinking we can help and change people. And that's where we take some responsibility, right? We take the burden. We tell ourselves, oh, we're making all this sacrifice. We're taking all this shit for someone else so that they'll recognize and they'll change. And we know that's not going to happen, but we do it anyways. And it's kind of like a manipulative thing in its own. It can be anyways. We have to be careful not to become, dual narcissists and engaging in a narcissistic relationship ourselves. And there's that potential. And I'm not an expert at this stuff either, you guys. I'm just basically kind of this is notes, this is scratch, this is workshopping as I go. I watch a lot of kind of self-help stuff, and I'm trying to translate this into my life and into stuff that other people can learn from, basically. So So there's definitely people who I feel like have hurt me, right? To be full disclosure. I'm not trying to rag on people, I'm not trying to name names. There's just definitely some disappointment with people I tried to have community with and didn't work out. This is not one particular group of people. If you think this is just about you, it's not. It's about multiple people in multiple different groups that don't even know each other. And the disappointment I faced. And I'd go between being so mad at them and being so mad at myself and beating myself up. And what I had to learn is to forgive people who disappointed me. I had to learn to forgive them so I can forgive myself forgive myself for giving them the opportunity to hurt me. Okay, so I think this is kind of this will take you very far as an empath. Because I know it hurts to be attracted to narcissists. I know how that feels. And I think that's my problem too. The allure, they seem so funny and clever and powerful and intelligent. They make themselves look so good. and then you get suckered in, right? Like, but this could be even someone who's not just a complete narcissist. This could be dealing with toxic relationships in general. When things get toxic, I mean, there could be a person who's a good person who's kind of toxic in one setting or in one group, who then they learn a lesson and get their shit together, and we hope for that. That's what we hope for, but we're not going to stick around for that, because they're not relevant in our future and us growing and moving on. And that's kind of like one of the most important points, is you have to cut out certain places, people, and things sometimes, so that you can work on yourself. If you find yourself craving the narcissist attention, find yourself craving the kind of like electric roller coaster feel of being on their ride that they take you on, that is bullshit, and that's you buying into their delusional view of the world that you might enjoy. You might find you kind of like there's some perks to it, right? Because it's delusional. But we have to, sometimes we have to cut things out. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to isolate ourselves so that we can think and we can reassess our situation. We can put up some boundaries, and we can kind of quietly observe and see how people react to those new boundaries, and we can grow from there. We can move on with like the new way we want to do things, right? But that takes stepping back. You can't do that when you keep going back to the narcissist, or you can't keep that when you keep going back to people who have abused you or hurt you or misled you, or go back to settings that are unhealthy for you in the past, going back to like a message board that's just fucking sickly edgy, that makes you sick to the stomach every time you go there. But then once you've been gone for a few months, you're bored and you go back. Well, and then when you find yourself sick to the stomach again, you know why. You've been here before. So it can be like that with relationships, friendships, and things more serious than that. But online, I think this happens a lot. You have on one side people who have a high expectation for the friendship or relationship, and then people not taking it seriously. It's just a source of dopamine, right? So the internet's kind of created like a narcissist playground. But I think something really important is not to like go on a witch hunt against the narcissist. It's kind of like you want to focus more on ourselves, right? Than villainizing somebody or attacking them, because we don't have any ill will, okay? Because we want to hold ourselves, like we don't want to have that nastiness inside our heart. So I think part of the most important thing, and it's kind of like, it's a good thing kind of coming to this, is like moving on from people, moving on from toxic relationships, maybe even narcissistic abuse. Holy shit, I need some water. It's really good and important that you absolutely separate yourself. Tell people no, you don't look into it, you don't read it, you stop going to the website, message board. You unfollow people, you block. You take people off of your Steams, you stop seeing notifications when they're playing games without you. Whatever you gotta do. They'll probably get offended. Someone will probably get offended that you're doing what's right for you. And, pay attention to who that person is, too. Because that's also kind of a red flag. When somebody, doesn't want you to do good for yourself, why is that? People should respect you, want some time to yourself. And you don't have to be nasty. You don't have to call out people. People are, hitting you up and stuff. It's like, hey, what's up? You haven't hit anybody up. You have to call them out. You can just message them privately, hey, I'm just kind of keeping to myself, right? Nothing against you or anything. Or even just kind of tell them, hey, I'm kind of avoiding so-and-so, so I'm just kind of keeping to myself, but just reach out to me on DM. I'm still here for you, cut everybody off. But you might, if somebody's just not going to work and you have to change your environment, and you might just have to do that. You might have to cut your losses, and you just got to think with online friendships and shit, what are you really losing with certain people? I don't know, sometimes I feel like when you're in the group, it seems like a lot, but then when you're outside the group, it's not really that much. But, and this is kind of, the conclusion here is if you feel like someone is pushing you to compromise your best bet might to be to isolate yourself. And your fear of isolation, it might be ironic that you might fear, like, at the very isolation that you might fear because of that. You know, like, if you fear in this, like, toxic relationship of some sort that you have, that you're going to face isolation of some sort down the line, be it the person in this toxic relationship you feel is isolating you from others, or is pushing you out because they want someone else exclusively to themselves. Like, if you're in that situation, you really got to weigh the odds. Like, is it worth it keeping these people in my life? And I think in a lot of situations where you're feeling pushed out, a lot of times it's really not. Like, life is short to be like pushing against the grain all the time. Like, some things at some point in life, I think it's nice to kind of have like some flow to go with. And, you know, like, you might fear the isolation of spending some time alone, cutting some people off, telling some people no, deciding that you are done for good with certain people. Because going back to them is just going to put yourself back in the fire, and life is too short. You can wish people well and you can move on, and hopefully they do good in life, but there is literally like 1 billion people on the damn planet. So might seem really hard moving on, but I think sometimes you'll find that like that isolating yourself from certain people is what you need to work on yourself and improve yourself, and then from there, that's where you can like build and become a better person. You make yourself more attractive that way. You make yourself more just happier, rather than relying on someone else, working on yourself inside, internally. So that, I think, is a good place for me to end the stream. I don't know if anybody has any comments, any questions or anything. Tyler Lee says, I've met a lot of people who wanted me to change, and how I will ever find out. Hold on. I met a lot of people who wanted me to change. How will I ever find out who I really am if I'm always trying to change for someone else? Hey, Val. It's beautiful, isn't it? You have to join me out here sometime. Tyler. Yeah, it's like how people are so selfish and like agenda driven and want somebody to be certain somebody for them. And so I think what's really important and the best route we can take in life is like really truly doing what we want to do, and disregarding what other people want from us. You could consider it maybe, you know, if they really care for you. But the reason why I say that, people should be affirming you. They should be encouraging you. They should be specific and very clear, and they should motivate you. They should make you feel like encouraged. And the reason why I say that is not because I want people to hug box you. That's not what I mean. Like, it shouldn't be uncritical, but we get enough criticism from random faceless people on the internet. And if you're going to engage with people, like, you should want non-toxic interactions. You should want positivity. You should want encouragement. And if you're just putting yourself through all of this criticism all the time, I mean, some people deserve it, right? But there's some shit that's just like a little over the top, you know? It's like a little pedantic for me to like really sit there and give a damn. Another good tip I would say to all of this is just to care a little less. We can all just give a little less of a shit and we'll be better off. Oh, thanks, Val. Appreciate it. I just came hiking from Reed Park. It was nice. Oh, that's cool. But, well, I think you might like if you go back and watch the stream from the beginning. I'm about to end the stream, so there's some stuff we talked about. You might enjoy it. And then you can watch some Ducks and Chill. It's like an hour long, a little over an hour long, an hour and a half about. That's cool. I wanted this stream to go a little longer than the one yesterday. I felt like the stream got cut a little short yesterday. There was more I want to talk about. Again, I was fumbling shit around was a mess yesterday. I was trying to do the stream. I just watched it back. I was like, this is unwatchable. So, got a selfie stick. Got some ducks. It's a nice, peaceful, chill stream today. Thanks, Val. Yeah, I think you'll like the message of the stream. Something that I think you've had to actually learn, Steve Val. Like, I think you've had to actually learn that. You know, being by yourself and having to cut people off and put up boundaries for people to better yourself, even when that's hard. And I'm proud of you for that. You know, let's try to be healthy. Let's try to be positive, you guys. Like, it's good if we put up boundaries for ourselves and for others. I'm going to enjoy my last few moments here at the park by myself. Just kind of go with the theme of the video before I get to the car. Enjoy just kind of a moment by myself, a little bit of quiet. And I want you guys to do the same thing. I want you guys to find an opportunity tonight or tomorrow to, when you get a message, you know, maybe it's like you feel like you have to really explain something, or kind of like a little bit of a tinge of anxiety. We're gonna just take a deep breath. We're gonna take a moment. Whenever you need to next and you're getting a little bit anxiety about anybody else, someone you know in real life or on the internet, you're gonna ignore their message and you're going to shut everything off around you, and you're just gonna breathe. And you're just gonna take that moment to isolate yourself and focus on yourself and what you need to do to feel comfortable, what makes you happy, because that's what really matters. And fuck everyone else, don't matter what nobody else says. Proud of you, Val. You keep that up, okay? I'm proud of you for doing what you needed to do. I think, but this just kind of like universally applies. Like, all had to move on, even from people who weren't terrible pieces of shit, people who were good people, but out of respect to them and respect to ourselves, you know, having to move on is a very normal thing. But we just try to be good to each other, try to be good to others, try to be kind about things if you can, but also take care of yourself. Sometimes it's, you know, you have to be firm. And you have to tell people no, and you have to establish boundaries, and that can be not easy sometimes, but I think that's the important thing, is to be a little bit selfish sometimes. Like, it's good to be a little bit about yourself sometimes. I know myself and a lot of people get caught up on empathy and caring about other people, like, and get hurt. So again, I want to encourage all of you to take a moment tonight or tomorrow to just kind of cut everybody off and just take a moment to yourself and breathe and just kind of relax and just think, okay, what do I need? What's going to make me feel better now? Who do I want to interact with? What are things I want to do moving forward? What are things that are going to be good for me? And if you find it being about something that serves someone else, be like, no, see, that's probably the problem right there, is you need to actually worry about yourself. In some cases, you need to worry about yourself and be selfish. Like, that's good. And I want to encourage that sometimes. I want to encourage that if you're like me and you find yourself being super empathetic sometimes and burning yourself out trying to accommodate others. I want you to take a moment just to make things about you and isolate yourself and embrace the isolation as like a positive thing rather than like punishment or something. Like, this is your chance to rebuild. And think about it this way too. This is something else I was thinking about, is that, you know, sometimes it's like, it kind of feels shitty, like you're isolating yourself because you can't just have friends like normal people. You feel like left out of the crowd, right? Here's the thing to remember, is that if people are pushing you away under that pretense that they don't like you and they want you out, they only really get their way that they want if that affects you. If you didn't want to be a part of their crowd anyways, you didn't want to be a part of their stupid crowd, then it's their loss, really. So embracing the isolation, embracing getting away from those people who didn't really appreciate you anyways, is kind of a good form of revenge, because it just shows that you can go on and you can smile and you can be happy without them. And if you are dealing with someone who's narcissistic, they hate that. They hate knowing that you can do fine without them, because in a Machiavellian sense, they want that control over you, that you need them. So one of the best things you can do for yourself is embrace the isolation and embrace that change. Okay? All right. I want y'all to be good to yourselves. Good night, everybody.